You're here because you know crypto is a crazy opportunity, but you don't know how to get into the industry. The reality for most people is that once they find out about the crypto industry, they try to get in, but very few actually do. Maybe you've applied for some jobs, got rejected, probably even got ghosted, and now you're wondering, is it all a lie? But before we get into that, I need to explain to you why most people actually struggle to break into the crypto industry. Crypto is one of the most lucrative tech niches that exist today. For most people who are struggling to land a job in crypto, the industry might actually seem too good to be true. You know, it's one of the highest paying tech niches. It's by far the most remote friendly tech niche as well. And actually a lot of the crypto jobs will pay you directly in crypto. So all of these things entices people into the industry. But when it comes to them actually trying to break into the industry, they might think that they have the right skill sets or they're ready, but all they face is rejection after rejection and getting ghosted. That gives off the illusion that it's impossible to break into crypto. But obviously that's not the case because there's so many people already working in crypto and more people working in crypto as every day goes by. In fact, in crypto, we actually need more skilled professionals because it's such a new industry. There's actually a very high demand for the right personnel. So here's the reality check about working in crypto. Yes, the competition is very high. That's expected because this is a very lucrative industry. But here is the truth about it. Most applicants don't actually have the right skill set. So you might see a job with 500 applicants, but in reality, 498 of them are going to get instantly rejected because they just don't meet the criteria. And that is why the roadmap that I'm going to show you today is so powerful. It is going to be able to get you past 99% of all the other applicants for any job that you apply to. Now, the reason I know this roadmap works is because I've lived it myself. For the last 3.5 years, I worked at one of the top crypto companies focusing on engineering and security. But even more importantly, people on my program have had success with the exact same roadmap. I've had people land roles at Ethereum, Solana, and many other crypto companies. Take Jacob, for example. I met him in university. He was talented, but like most other developers, especially in this era of tech, he didn't actually know how to break into the industry. That was until I shared my roadmap with him that focused on building real-world projects and picking up the exact skill sets that the industry were looking to hire for. The portfolio he then ended up building off the back of that became his golden ticket, and that is what landed him a role at Ethereum at just 22 years old. And he's not the only one. I've had people land roles at Binance, Solana, and many other crypto companies. This isn't just theory, this is real results. So let's get into the roadmap. If you want a free one-to-one personalized roadmap that breaks down exactly how you can go from where you are to breaking into the crypto industry, click this link. You can also find it in the bio, and I'm going to create it for you. One of the key themes that is consistent with all the roadmaps that I create is gaining that understanding of the blockchain industry. It's extremely important because this industry is a very new niche, and all of these companies are not interested in training people and teaching them about the industry. They want you to be proactive to show that you actually want to work in this industry. Meaning you need to understand the industry fast. You need to understand what is actually happening on the blockchain and with all these different crypto protocols. So that is something that I incorporate as a standard in every single one of the roadmaps I create. I want to show you, first of all, this full stack roadmap. So first in this roadmap, we have the introduction to blockchain. This is where we share all the resources so that you guys can learn what is blockchain, how the industry works, and we also get you interacting and utilizing various blockchain protocols so you know exactly how the industry works. Then the next step is to understand what smart contracts are. So smart contract is like the back end for the blockchain industry. That is where all the application layer code is built and deployed. So what we do is we explore some of the top crypto protocols and we study their smart contracts so you can understand exactly how they're written and what is actually going on within the code. Then we understand the front end and how the front end connects with the smart contracts. Because in blockchain, the interaction between the smart contracts and the front end is different to typical full stack development. So you need to understand exactly how that interaction works. Then after that, we start exploring more deeper some of the popular crypto protocols, whether that's in DeFi, whether that's DAOs or any niche that you're interested in, we study the most popular protocols within that niche so that you have a strong understanding of what is happening on the blockchain. After that, we start building out your portfolio project. This is what is actually going to make you stand out. And one of the best ways to stand out and to prove that you have understanding of the industry is to actually interact directly with some of the protocols that already exist. So what we do based on your niche is we get you to build a project that extends off an existing blockchain protocol and add in your own innovation. Part of this also includes getting you up to the industry standards. So that includes using the right environments, learning how to write full coverage testing, including full unit testing, fuzz testing, understanding the correct way to write secure smart contracts. Because as you know, in crypto, we deal with a high number of hacks. So as a full stack engineer or smart contract engineer, you need to understand how to securely write and integrate your smart contracts to reduce the chance of you writing insecure code. Then we also expose you to some of the industry standard tools that are used that's going to help you take the whole development process to the next level. So one thing that I would 100% get you doing is learning Foundry. Foundry is the most up-to-date framework that is used for writing smart contracts and testing smart contracts and doing on-chain deployments. It's also very important to write secure smart contracts in crypto because, as you know, we deal with a high number of hacks. So as an engineer, you're going to be critiqued and judged based on your ability to write secure smart contracts. I'd also get you setting up some analytics dashboards, as that will prove that you can actually access on-chain data and present it very clearly off-chain. Lastly, I will teach you how to actually manage real-time interactions on your smart contracts by monitoring events and actually keeping a store of these events by using things like GraphQL and actually setting up your own database to monitor events that are happening on-chain and provide real-time updates within your application. Another thing that you could actually add to this is learning one of the most common languages that is used within the blockchain industry, which is Golang. Most of the crypto companies heavily use Golang. I would actually recommend you to learn Golang and learn how to read on-chain data and set up your back-end systems using this language, as most crypto companies heavily desire this. Now, let's kill some of the misconceptions about working in the crypto industry. Misconception number one: you need a computer science degree or any equivalent tech degree. That is completely false. In crypto, in most companies, they value real-world experience, real-world projects, and just proof that you can do what you can say you can do over a piece of paper. Take that from someone like me who was able to work for a top crypto company for the last 3.5 years, and I've also had several tier 1 crypto clients without a degree. Misconception number two: the market is too competitive. This one's a funny one because if you speak to any recruiter on Web3, they will tell you the exact same thing that I'm about to tell you now. 99% of the applicants don't even have the required skill set that is desired for these crypto companies. So when you see a job application and it might have 500 applicants, the reality is 498 of them aren't even qualified to work for the role. So the competition is actually very, very low. Misconception number three: getting a role in crypto is just based on luck. That one is completely false. But most people lack a clear roadmap and a clear direction of the skills that they need to acquire to actually break into the industry. You have to remember, crypto is very new and it's very niche. So if you're not already in the industry, it's going to be very hard for you to know what you need to do to actually break in. That's why I'm here to show you guys everything that you need to do to actually land a role in crypto. The thing about crypto is that it's a very, very lucrative industry. It's easily one of the highest paying tech niches, and on top of that, the whole industry is very remote friendly. The company that I used to work for didn't even have a single office in the whole entire world. Every single employee was work from home. And that is the same for many, many, many other companies in the crypto industry. Also, the industry is just very exciting in general. We're literally working on the newest innovation of tech. It's up there with AI, and the good thing is that crypto and AI going into the future is going to have a lot of synergies. So by working in crypto, you're actually exposing yourself to some of the most exciting technology that is being built today in time.